What up, what up, what up, Thunder family? Another big win that the Thunder needed. I don't know why I was sounding like Trump right there for a second. Another big win that the Thunder absolutely needed here. I don't want to say it felt like a must-win game. I feel like every game in the NBA Finals, though, is a must-win at some point. And the Thunder rose up to the occasion, tied the series back up at 1 game apiece. I don't want to say it was a blowout. They only won by 16 points. I don't consider that a blowout by any mean. However, I do think the game was in their control and their grasp the entire time. That first half, back and forth a little bit, okay, Pacers are hanging in there. But I felt like once the Thunder got a good 5 to 7 point lead, they never let go of it, unlike how they did in game 1. Just being honest about that. So, I think it was a great bounce back win from them. This is exactly the kind of thing we needed to see from them. And honestly, I still got Thunder in 5. It's still Thunder in 5 for me. All right, just looking at it. Look at how the team played tonight, what they usually do. The Pacers still shot the ball well. They still shot 45% from the field, 35% from 3. Okay. It was the fact that we made them take 43s to try to hang in there. I think that was a big thing. I do think, I will go ahead and say it, free throws helped us out quite a bit. We weren't relying as much now on the three-point or mid-range shot. We were driving in and drawing fouls. We drew a ton of fouls in this game just by driving in and being aggressive, which is what this Thunder team needs to do. They ended up shooting 33 free throws and made 29 of them. All right, if you can take those free 29 points when you can. Whenever you can, take those free 29 points. Drive in, get fouled, be aggressive. Get in line because this team can make their free throws unlike another team. Okay, Indiana, they missed 7 free throws. Oklahoma City, we missed 4. And we took 7 more free throws than them. So it's one of those things where we took more free throws, the same amount of I don't know how to phrase it, okay? But you guys get what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of things that we changed in this game. Get in the line more, be more aggressive, attack downhill, all right? Draw some fouls, get them in foul trouble early on, which forces them to go deeper into their bench and take some key guys out like Miles Turner, Thomas Bryant, those kinds of guys. So it was big. It was big. We also had some big-time performances, okay? Once again, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he went crazy. I told people to bet the under 34.5 for his points. What happened? He got 34 on the dot. We hammered that under, baby. He went 11-21 from the field, 1 of 4 from deep, 11 from 12 at the free throw line. He had 8 assists and 4 steals in this game, along with 5 rebounds. Just great all-around performance by him in this game. Great all-around performance. And then the big 3 bounce back with Jalen Williams going 5 of 14. 1 of 5 from 3. I still want to see him making 2 threes a game. He should be going like 2 for 5, being realistic. And he has open shots. It's not like he's missing contested shots. He's missing open shots. I don't want to critique him all and everything because he still had a great game. 19 points, 5 of 14 from the field, along with 5 rebounds and 5 assists and a steal. Like, he played great, okay? It's just I want to see him start making more of his open threes. I think that could really open up this OKC offense if he can start draining them whenever he's open. Chet Holmgren, 6 of 11 from the field. Okay, awesome. 6 rebounds, 1 assist. What else do we got here? Lou Dort didn't do as much offensively today, but defensively, he played great, got some rebounds. Okay, Cason Wallace, he started once again, and I don't mind the decision whatsoever. Didn't he miss both his threes? Yes, okay. He did go 2 for 4 from the field. He had 3 rebounds and assists. He also had 2 steals and 1 block and was a plus 12 thanks to his defense. I don't mind Cason Wallace starting whatsoever in the playoffs or even in the finals. I don't mind it because he is a good matchup for some of these guys like Nembhard and Naismith. Okay, Nesmith. He's a good matchup. Sometimes even switch him on Halliburton. I get it. Who else? Isaiah Hartenstein off the bench. He's been playing well, 22 minutes. He had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 points. He didn't score a ton, but man, those rebounds were huge. All right, getting the rebounds were huge. Along with those 4 assists from a big man, you don't see that all that often, along with that block. Alex Caruso, 27 minutes off the bench. He finished with 20 points. He was the team's second leading scorer, and he came off the bench. That's something to kind of keep in your mind right there. He's been fantastic this entire playoff run. 6-11 from the field. 4 of 8 from 3. I know we had some questions about his shooting When he first came to the team, struggled a little bit. Even in the playoffs, a little bit, people were questioning him. Why did we trade for him if he's not shooting the ball all that well? Look at him now, 4 of 8 from three. From three. He also had 4 rebounds, and assist, and a steal there, plus 24. Okay, no, plus 6. That plus 24 is Aaron Wiggins, who, by the way, great game from him. 6-11 as well. 5 of 8 from deep, 1 of 2 at the free throw line, 4 rebounds, assist, and a steal, plus 24, and that plus minus there. Saving basketball. Aaron Wiggins saving basketball was in full effect. All right. Just overall, so many great performances by this Thunder team that made him, just play fantastic. They went 48% from the field, 38% from deep. That's usually what we see from this Thunder team. That is usually what we see on offense. And look, they got 123 points. And this defense, sometimes they even play a little bit better. They only forced 15 turnovers tonight. I know that's kind of crazy to say. They only forced 15. I think against this Indiana offense that likes to move the ball, I think we can jump a few more passing lanes and get up to 20 a game. 100% in my opinion. What else? I mean, overall, like I said, just great performances all around. They stopped Tyrese Halliburton for the most part. He only had, I think, 5-7 points going in the fourth quarter. He ended up scoring a ton in that fourth quarter there. But overall, defense was playing great, stopping Halliburton, blah, blah, blah. Off the bench, Obi Toppin didn't have a magnet ball game again. So as you can see, we learned from the mistakes in game 1. We bounced back, and I still got Thunder in 5 because of the fact we learned from these mistakes. I can go and start reading some of your comments here in the chat. I answer any questions you guys have. Andrew Wiggins say basketball once again. We don't lose back-to-back games. I did see that. We don't lose back-to-back games. That's one of the things that Thunder do very well. They're not going to drop 2 games in a row, especially in the playoffs, okay? Aaron Wiggins did Aaron Wiggins things. He did. J-Dub still needs to step up. What do you mean he still needs to step up? What do you mean he needs to step up? Like I said, he had a good game off the bench. 19 points. Getting to the free throw line, driving in, getting fouled, doing what we want him to do. Like I said, do I still think he needs to shoot the 3 ball a little bit better? Yeah, when he's open. Okay, he missed 2 open threes today that I think he should be knocking down. But saying he needs to step up when he played some great defense and was good on offense, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that whatsoever. I think we're just so harsh on J-Dub because he is the second option. He was an All-Star this year, All-NBA member. I think because of that, we have now become so harsh on him, expecting him to be something he isn't. We're expecting him to go out there and get 30 points a night for some reason when we can live with him getting 20 and win games. That's what he did tonight. He got 19 points. Look what happened. Much better than what he did in game 1. More efficient, playing better defense, driving in, drawing fouls. I think we're just too critical on Jalen Williams. I think that just needs to stop. Caruso made an impact. Yep. Kenny needs to play more minutes. The guy has been good at minutes he's been playing. Yes and no. Yes and no. Do I agree Kenny's been great? 100%. Do I think he needs to be playing more than like 10 minutes a game? No. In the playoffs, you can't go with these super deep lineups, especially in the finals. Okay? Kenny is great for 8 minutes a game, 2 minutes a quarter. He is. Look what he did today in that plus 15. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. He's fantastic. He is. Okay? However, I think if you give him extended minutes, it's really going to expose, I don't want to say the talent or skill level, but just overall, not even experience, just, I guess it is a skill level thing. But I think you leave him in there for more than 3-4 minutes and a quarter, you're going to see him get exposed a little bit sometimes on defense by faster guards, some bigger big man. I just don't see it working for any more than 2 to 3 minutes a quarter. Matthew just said it perfectly. He's great for momentum. If you want him to start a rally, a run though, have him out there for extended periods of time, I don't think it's going to work out. 2 minutes a quarter, I think is max, and I think Daigneault is playing him very well right now. What else? Let's see. Caruso big impact. Shot started strong. Yeah. Wiggins off the bench was solid. I don't want Mark to kind of think like, oh my goodness, Aaron Wiggins should start now. I don't think that's whatsoever. Okay, he should be 100%. He should. Did my stream just end? No, it's still live. I don't know why the control room went away from me right here. Sorry, guys. Something happened with my stream. Control room went away from me. But we back. We back. Anyways, like I said, I don't want this to be a thing where Wiggins played great. He puts him in the lineup for Cason Wallace. Cason Wallace is great. Cason Wallace is great as a starter to start that right now, going small ball lineup, everything like this. I think Aaron Wiggins does best coming off the bench. I truly believe that. I truly believe that with him. He is a better bench player than he is a starter. And some guys are just like that. They are better coming off the bench than they are starting a game. They feel like they can get momentum. They know what their role is going to be. So I think that's why he's better coming off the bench. I hope Daigneault doesn't decide to start next game. Yeah, there's not too much to complain about. There really isn't. If you're complaining about stuff for after this game when we won by 16, we were up by 20, 22 points when both teams, I say both teams, when Indiana waved the white flag and we put in the benches. If you're complaining about stuff, I think you're just being too hypocritical. I think so. I understand it's the finals and everything, but like I said, you were up by 22 when Indiana was like, look, we give up. So what? So what? Who cares? I think everyone played great tonight. There were some, questionable moments. Sure, you're going to have that in any game, though. Even in blowout wins, you're going to have questionable moments. So, can he work with Chet at the 5? Yes, I do think he worked with Chet at the 5. Like I said, you can't give him extended period of time each quarter. You can't have him out there for like 5 minutes a quarter. You can only have him out there for like 2 to 3 minutes a quarter for him to truly be successful and to use him how he needs to be used. Kenny has been great defensively in these 2 games, great energy and great hustle guy. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm agreeing with you. He has been great. He has been fantastic, okay? Like I said, though, it's not one of those things where give him 15 minutes. I don't think that's a good idea. His 8 minutes right now, I think that's perfect. I think the rotation, how we see it right now against the Pacers, it's perfect. The only reason we dropped game 1 was because that offense was just so bad. And I think it was just the jitters. And you look at who didn't play well, it was the guys that are younger who haven't been. This is like their first deep playoff run when you think about it. All right, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, second and third year guys, Cason Wallace as well. The guys that have been playing good, every single time in the playoffs, it feels like, are Alex Caruso, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort, and Isaiah Hartenstein. Guys that have done this before, have been in the playoffs, have been in the league for a little bit now. So I think it was just a jitters thing, and that's the only reason OKC really lost. Were some of the rotations a little bit questionable? Yes. Were some of the decision-making by players questionable? Yes. Overall, it came down to, one more made shot. 8 to 10 minutes would be fantastic. And I'm saying that's what he's gotten right now. He got 8 minutes tonight. I don't think you understand what I'm saying right now. I think he got 8 minutes the last game as well. No? Let me check the box score from the last game, even though I don't want to. He only got a minute last game, okay. But to be fair, to be fair about that, Caruso was great off the bench. Isaiah Joe was great off the bench. Aaron Wiggins was great off the bench. And Hartenstein was great off the bench. Those 4 guys made up majority of the minutes right there. Just being honest about it. And that game got to the point where you needed to have your guys who can score out there because you were down. You were losing momentum on offense. So I get why he didn't play all that much. I get it. I 100% get it. But like I said, 8 minutes right now, I think that's the cap that you give him in a rotation. Let's see. I'm not really seeing anything else to hammer on. Let's see some more stuff in the chat. Do you think Joe should step up his shooting? No. He was good in the previous game. You say step up his shooting. He only played 6 minutes tonight. What is he going to show off? He went 1 of 3. One of his, 3-pointers he took, he only had 2 3-pointers. One of his 2 3-pointers he took was a contested 3 of the shot clock winding down. That's not a high percentage shot. He just had to get it up so it wasn't a turnover. So I don't think he needs to step up his shooting. He's been shooting well, all right, and he's been great on defense, surprisingly. He's been a very good defender. So I don't get this, should Joe step up? The Jalen Williams should step up. Yes, I want Jalen Williams to start making more of his open threes. 100% everyone does. But he's doing great right now. He played great this game. I don't understand the he needs to be better talk. That's my problem. It's like we're just so, it's not even hypocritical. It's just critical. All right, of certain players on this team. And once they have a bad game, we are so quick to be like, we need to trade him right now because he played horrible tonight. Yes, did I fancy the idea of trading, packaging Jalen Williams in a trade for Kevin Durant? Yeah, because that was what people were talking about. I wanted to shut it down. Okay? Just being honest about it. When I did the Isaiah Joe trade rumors, that was during the season. Not trying to do it right now. I made a video on it because they're still front runners and we had a short content day, but stuff like this, we're being so critical of these players right now. And I get it's the finals. I get it. But they are young. This is the worst version you're ever going to see right now. This is the best version of this. Like I say, worst version of this team we're ever going to see. That's a crazy thing. Yeah, we saw double bigs a little bit more tonight. Not a ton, but we did see it a little bit more. Overall, the rotations were very similar. Kenrich Williams got a little bit more minutes. But overall, rotations were very similar. I feel like Daigneault just kind of rode the hot hand at times. That's why Joe got less minutes. The game before, he had a hot hand, so he got more minutes. Today, Caruso had the hot hand, so he got more minutes. So it just left Joe without any minutes there, which overall went to Kenrich Williams. Nugget series was a test, yep. The he needs to be better talk has only been a talk because he hasn't been consistent until the Wolves series. I act like this has been a problem. The only player that's been consistent on this team is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because he's an MVP player. Jalen Williams in his third season. What do you mean be consistent? He's just now learning what it takes to get to the finals. This is his first time ever on a deep playoff run. I don't get oh my goodness, he needs to be so much better talk. Miles Turner's so bad at rebounding. If I Hartenstein, we win the rebounding battle most of the time. Yes, we do. And I don't even think it's a rebounding battle. Matt Pinto said it great in the pregame show today on the Sports Animal about the rebound battle, talking about it. And there was such a discrepancy between the Thunder and Pacers rebounding in game one. You also got to think the Thunder forced 25 turnovers. Those are 25 opportunities you're not going to get rebounds right there, whereas Thunder only turned the ball over 7 times, so the Pacers, of course, are going to get more opportunities to rebound the ball. So I get this whole rebounding argument here, but when you're forcing as many turnovers as the Thunder do, you're not going to win the rebounding battle, so to speak, just by looking at numbers. You look at it by percentage of, okay, they had this many missed shots, we had this many, they rebounded this many times against our missed shots, we rebounded this many times against their missed shots. So, but we did win it tonight, 43 rebounds to their 35. 11 offensive boards to their 7. So, we did win it. We did a little bit better on the rebound battle. We also took the same amount of shots. They also took 4 more threes than us. And as we know, those are not high percentage shots whatsoever. And, they missed all 4 of those opportunities, which turned into 4 extra boards for us. Which really means, we took the same amount of shots exactly, 39 to 35 rebounds. So I don't like the whole rebound battle talk, any of this stuff, just because, like I said, I think, a lot of it gets washed out based off of kind of the extra factors that are going in it. Yeah, it's just the media. I wasn't getting on to you about it. Like I said, it's just the media that talks about him. It's the Twitter heads, all right? It's literally just Twitter that says Jalen Williams needs to be traded. He hasn't been good. He's not consistent, blah, 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 blah. And I don't get that talk whatsoever. I don't get it. He's an All-NBA, All-Defensive player, and you wanted to trade him? Immediately? This is his first season making those teams? He could potentially make it 5-6 more times in his career on those teams. You're like, trade him immediately. He's not, blah, blah, blah. He's a third-year player. Chill. He's only getting better. We're acting like if we don't win this year, we're never making it back. And I know we have that fear because of what happened in 2012 and 2013. I get that fear. Like I said, this team's only getting better. We're adding Nikola Topic, who was projected first overall for a while before he tore his ACL. I get it, it's an ACL tear. It's very hard to come back from those, but if he does come back just as, as good as he was, this team's going to be nasty with him now. It'll be nasty. A 6'8" guard that passes very well and is super athletic, gets downhill fast, and has the potential to have a good shot. He got comparisons on draft day to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We're adding this guy to the team. Jalen Williams is 24. He's going to get better. Chet is 23. He's going to get better. Shai is 26. He's going to get better. It's stuff like that. It's stuff like that. I also like that comparison, Ian. Pascal Siakam. I really like that comparison. Good defender, good offensive player, just all around, jack of all trades, can do whatever you need for him to do. I like that comparison. I do. What else do we got? What else? We've been on here for about 20 minutes or so. All right, just quick little post-game reactions, stuff like that. If you got questions, reactions, concerns, drop them in the chat, super chats, whatever you want to do. All right. Yeah, and when we get a couple offensive rebounds, 100%, I agree with you. Let me check out how many offensive boards we had in game one, because I don't think it was a huge discrepancy. It was 13-10. It's not a huge difference whatsoever. And we're acting like, oh, the offensive rebounds here, blah, blah, blah. That was game one. There was a possession I saw us get 3 offensive boards. We didn't score once off those second chance back opportunities. It ruins it potentially. Potentially, it could ruin his athleticism. We have seen guys come back from these kinds of injuries where it's supposed to affect your athleticism and stuff like this, and they come back just as good, if not better. Look at Kevin Durant and Kobe Bryant. They had Achilles tears. You're not going to be as athletic or explosive with that, but somehow they were. They were just as explosive as they were before. So it kind of depends on how your body heals and how you take PT. Nikola Topic is going through the same routine Chet went through. And look what happened with Chet coming back his first year after that ankle injury. They know how to handle it. He's going to be just fine. That's a reason I don't want to trade him, is because his potential is so high. Okay? It's so high. If we win game 3, pressure on Indiana, 100%. You just take one in Indiana, 100%. That's all you got to do. Take one in Indiana, go up 3, at least go up 2-1 there. At least come back home, tied up 2-2, or try to come back home up 3-1. Also, surprising little update here. Tyrese Haliburton was seen limping on his way to the locker room from the locker room to the post-game podium. I don't know if he's sore, if he just got banged up a little bit, or if he has an injury going on. If he has an injury going on, this flips the series on its head. If he is seriously, I don't need to say seriously hurt, if he has some sort of injury going on in his leg to make it where he's going to be limping, it's going to be tight, needed to be wrapped up tightly, this series would be over, because they need Haliburton to win. They do. Okay. Yes, he had a decent night, 17 points, 6 assists, but he had 5 turnovers. With him not being as explosive, okay? Him not being as explosive because of a potential leg injury, you're not going to see him drive in as much and kick it out, using the screens as much. So if he is injured, this does flip the series on its head, where it's a guaranteed win for OKC. What else do we got? That's really all I got to cover. I think another big thing that is getting swept under the radar a little bit, swept under the rug, is the assists. We passed the ball a lot better and started making our shots off those passes. 25 assists tonight. That was very, very impressive. Overall, like I said, wonderful win, beautiful team effort here. A lot of stuff that we're going to be looking at here. Tyrese Haliburton, a potential injury, looking at that leg limp. It could be, like I said, game-changing, flip the series on its head. This series is far from over for either team. All it takes is one win, and you're in the driver's seat again for either Indiana or OKC. Hopefully it's OKC. All right. OKC's in the driver's seat. We see something very similar to what we did with the Denver Nuggets. Come back home 2-2 at the minimum. Win game 5, go up 3-2, and we put all the pressure on Denver. Put all the pressure on Denver. Yeah, people forget about Wiggins all the time. 6 of 11, 5 of 8 from deep, 18 points. I think he was the second best player off the bench. That's just because Alex Caruso also did something very similar. But his defense also kind of separated him from Wiggs there as well. Wiggins Thunder for life. Yep. I hope it's nothing major, but you take whatever you can get in the finals. Like, don't hope he's okay, so it's a good series. If you're a Thunder fan, you want to win this series, and if that requires, I don't want to say you're praying on him to be injured or something, all right? But if he's injured, you realize, okay, that's a blessing right there because it makes it where they're not going to be able to facilitate it as much on offense. They lose a three-point shooter as well. So, you have to realize, yes, it sucks that he could potentially be injured. It could also just be a little limp because he's sore, because he's dying out on that court right now. But, like I said, you take what you can get in the finals. If he's injured, it's going to help out the Thunder. Plain and simple. You can only protect 8 players, so it just kind of depends who you want to protect. I would assume he's someone you want to protect because it's a team-friendly deal that you want long-term. He's only going to get better throughout the years. I don't know, though. I don't know. And, expansion draft, we're talking about, it's going to happen this offseason. Expansion won't happen for a long time until the arenas are built and it's confirmed they'll be in this season, blah, blah, blah. That's probably not till, 2028, 2029 when those contracts will be running out anyways. So we're talking about expansion drafts way too, far, and we have to wait until a 2027 to talk about this. It's not confirmed where any team's going to be. Adam Silver talked about it at a press conference, you have to vote on it. Cities also have to prove it. You have to have arena for it, blah, blah, blah. So it's not even confirmed that, these cities are getting a team right now. It's rumored that Seattle and Las Vegas will be the 2 cities that get the team. But expansion drafts and everything right now, we're talking, you have to wait a few years to worry about that. And by then, they're going to be done on those contracts. So chill the expansion talks for now. You don't got to worry about those for a long, long time. Like I said, when the teams are confirmed, yeah, okay, we can start thinking about it a little bit. It's going to take 2 to 3 years for arenas to be ready. Where would they play in Vegas, man? Where would they play in Vegas? Being realistic here, they don't have one in Vegas. I don't think there's one in Vegas that they could use. Just being honest. And it also has to be approved by the city. It's voted by, the cities, a board as well, and other teams as to be yeah, we want a team here. Okay? It's going to take a year-long process. Adam Silver even admitted to that. Expansion gets brought up every single time he speaks in the postseason. I say postseason. In the finals preview when they talk to him about, asking the floor for any questions. Expansion gets brought up every year. It's been brought up for the past 4 or 5 years. Okay? He keeps telling them it is a year long, it is years long. And he keeps saying hey, I understand you guys are, want expansion to happen, especially with the Thunder being in the playoffs, give Seattle their team back, blah, blah, blah. I get it. He also told them, look, once we have information, we would release that. Once teams are confirmed, it's going to take years before we can actually get them there. Because Seattle also needs an arena. If Seattle uses the arena that they have right now, it is the lowest capacity stadium and one of the older arenas in the NBA. So they need a new one as well. That's the whole reason they left Seattle in the first place, because the city wouldn't give them a new arena. So no matter what expansion, it's going to take time. So don't worry about these expansion drafts. After these performances we see all the time, do not worry about expansion drafts for another 3 years, man. I'm just telling you, you're just giving yourself way too much worry, for something that's going to be super far in the future. So everyone just doesn't need to worry about expansion drafts right now. No one needs to worry about that. Just being honest. No one does. It's too far away in the future. What else we got? That's really all I got, man. Just want to hop on, a little post-game talk. my reactions, thoughts on the players, and answer any questions you guys have. But like I said, we're being too critical. We don't need to worry about expansion right now. We don't need to worry about trades, who we're going to draft. I'm going to start doing some draft talk as well, because the NBA drafts in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. It's kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, it's in 2 to 3 weeks. So that's kind of crazy. So I will be starting with some draft content here, but we can chill with trade talks. We can chill with expansion talk. Who are we going to lose in expansions? Expansion draft, blah, blah, blah. We can chill about all that. Okay? We can chill with all that. So that's all I got for this video, guys. Or I guess live stream, not video. I'm going to hop off, get ready for bed. I'm tired, worn out. I'll hit a video tomorrow talking about something. I don't know what. You guys, if you're in the Discord, send me some, video ideas, suggestions that you guys want to see. I'm sure I can try to find something out there, figure something out. Good little hook, title, thumbnail, and all that for it. All right, always open for suggestions for videos. Also, if you're following Hoops Nation, unfollow them. They've been stealing my content. They've been stealing my tweets and stuff, so if you truly support me, you would unfollow Hoops Nation since they're plagiarizing my stuff. Just want to get that out there. That's all I got, guys. Love each and every single one of you guys. Please, please, please take care of yourself. Mental health is very important to me, especially for Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. All right. All you guys matter. Do not ever think you don't matter. Okay. You matter. You always have something you reach out to me and me over here. Okay. Seriously. All right. Don't ever feel alone. Love each and every single one of you guys. See you guys in the next live stream video, whatever it may be. All right. Peace.